welcome back to another episode of Pole Position, the podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Holmes, joined once again by Romona, Comet, and Val Morreale. Hopefully you watched our last episode covering Best Actress, which may have been about a week ago for you, which was about 2 minutes ago for us, and we're ready to dive right in and talk about Supporting Actress. So this is another one of those races where um, it seems so from a nomination standpoint, it's pretty wide open. But from a front runner standpoint, especially with some recent reviews coming out, I think this is going to be maybe open and shut. So leading in my five, I have Ariana Grande, A Wicked for Good. I think she finished second last year behind Zoe Saldana, and I don't see any reason why she wouldn't win Best Supporting Actress this year, especially if her performance is on par or better than last year's performance. I know some people say, are they really going to give her an award again for a character that they just nominated for her for last year? And yeah, they are, because
I mean, why not?
if they awarded her last year, I think that they would maybe go another way, but they didn't award her. So this is their basically free second chance to give her an award for that character that they already so much love. So yeah, I think it's in the bag. Apparently this new movie gives her a really good emotional arc, and she's got the pipes, she's got the singing that adds to it. It's just going to be a domination, I think. But what about you guys? Ramona, do you have Ariana Grande on your list?
I do. She's my number one. I do think that, like I said in the Best Actress, I feel like Elphaba's the more nuanced character, but Ariana Grande, like you said, she's got the pipes. And I don't know much about. I've seen Wicked several times, but the movie For Good, I haven't really heard or read a lot of the new reviews that are coming out that you guys have. So it does sound like if they've really given her more of an emotional core in the second half of the movie, then I don't see why she wouldn't win. She did come really close last year. I actually preferred her over Zoe Saldana winning, to be honest with you. I'm not going to get into that because it'll make me angry. But yeah, just based on the supporting actress predictions and possibilities, I just feel like Ariana Grande is like up here and everyone else is kind of down here trying to make up some, space there. But I don't know. We'll see how it comes out in December when the second movie comes out. But right now, I think that she's pretty much on her way to an Oscar, which is crazy, really, if you think about it. But it is.
Val, is that you're on the same page?
It is my number one pick for all of the reasons stated. I think if she doesn't go for lead, then I think it's a shoe-in, like 100%. If she does, which I don't know why she would, because especially because Wicked Part 2 For Good is so much about Elphaba. I mean, the first one is too, but I think even more so, she is the focus. But I think that she is a shoo-in for supporting, definitely.
Yeah. Awesome. So once again, we're all in agreement on the number one, which is, from a winner standpoint, this could be a little bit more boring year for the Oscar, the acting races. But from a nomination standpoint, I think we're going to get down to our last couple slots and have no idea what we're doing.
Exactly.
I do think there's one actress that could maybe challenge Ariana Grande. Well, really two. It depends on how you look at it. And when we get to Screenage Wasteland Awards, well, the winners are chosen by our viewers, and so I don't know how they'll go. But if it was based on our contributors, there's no way Ariana Grande would win. We have a lot of people that don't
they don't like Wicked.
They simply don't love Wicked or don't want to see Wicked. So I know who this might go to. But my number two right now overall is going to be Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. I feel like, she's with Chase Infinity, as we talked about in the last episode, not in supporting. I think it's pretty clear that she's the other supporting actress from One Battle After Another that's most likely to get nominated.
Yeah.
She has the most influence over the movie, even when she's gone. She's obviously only in the movie for about 30 or 40 minutes, but she influences everything. And that performance that she gives in the beginning is she kind of dominates those 30 minutes. It's kind
Mm-hmm.
of about her. You could argue she's the lead until she disappears. We
Mm-hmm.
have this little time jump. So, yeah, pretty easy number two for me, Teyana Taylor. Val, where's Teyana Taylor on your list?
She is actually number 3 for me. But I agree, just that the parts I've seen her, I think she's phenomenal. I don't think she's going to win. I do think it's going to be Ariana Grande. But I do think she's certainly a strong nominee.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ramona, I know
She's my
you haven't seen it or entirely seen it, but where do you have Teyana Taylor on your list? Number two.
number 2. Yeah. I like her as an actress. I think she's very strong. Gives a very strong performance in the bits that I've seen. All the buzz seems to be surrounding her. I have heard some good things about Regina Hall, also, who Regina Hall, she's been in Hollywood forever. I love Regina Hall. I love everything she's in, even when she's being silly. So I would be totally fine if she kind of slipped in there over Tiana Taylor. But I think in terms of screen time and how her character's importance to the story, I think Tiana Taylor is going to get that spot over Chase and Regina Hall. I don't
Absolutely.
think
And with
there's going
my
to be.
slots on this list, we may get back to Regina Hall. And
Yeah,
we would be getting back to Chase Infinity if she was
going
campaigning
supporting.
in this
Yeah,
category.
yeah, that's true.
Val, who do you have at number two?
Yeah, so I actually have, and this is partially based on bias personally, and partially based on bias. I have Elle Fanning from Sentimental
Oh,
Value.
yeah.
Partially biased because I've seen a lot of the clips. I love the Death Stranding games, and Elle Fanning is a major role in Death Stranding too, and she's great. She's fantastic in that game. And so I'm like, if she's anywhere near as fantastic in sentimental value, and it seems like she is, then I think she's certainly going to be nominated.
Yeah, her name pops
Ramona,
up a
do you
lot.
have Elle Fanning on your list?
I don't. I have her in my honorable mentions. My list is very more vibes of what I want to see than what I think I'll see.
No, my
So,
second to last 4 and
yeah,
5 are completely vibes. Like you're gonna
yeah,
be like, these people have no chance, and I'm gonna be like, I know, but I
same.
want them on my list.
Yeah, that's
Well,
how I went.
Elle Fanning is on my list at number five.
Hmm.
I think that there's some when you read and you try and get an idea of what's going on with sentimental value, it's very hard to pin
Yeah.
down. Apparently, Elle Fanning and this new actress, or this actress most people don't know about, Inga Ibsdottir Lilius, both
Hmm.
turn in really great supporting performances. A
Hmm.
lot of people seem to favor Inga's performance, but Elle
Oh,
Fanning's more known with the Academy. But
yeah.
that's splitting hairs apparently because they're both really good. There's a lot of talk all year before one battle that they would both get in. So currently, I have Elle Fanning as the representative for sentimental value at number five. I'm going to go ahead with my number three because I don't know who Ramona has, but it's going to be, I think, exciting for everybody. I didn't think this was going to happen earlier in the season, but it's been gaining traction. So I actually have Amy Madigan for Weapons at number three.
Oh. I want that so much. She is also on my list, but I didn't put her as high because I wasn't as hopeful, but I
Yeah.
would love to see her get nominated.
Yep.
I am beginning to get a feeling that Weapons is not the substance. There's no
Yeah.
way it's not breaking into picture.
Hmm.
It will have a hard time breaking into screenplay. It
Hmm.
could break into makeup and hairstyling for Amy
Yeah.
Madigan's character. Um, and if you haven't seen Weapons, you're like, who is Amy Madigan? I didn't even know she was in that
Love
movie.
Amy Madigan.
Um,
Just go
but
watch
if you've
it.
seen it, she's probably the most iconic character of the year. She's a complete scene stealer, and she does a great. I mean, she does a legitimately great job acting,
She's so good.
and it's kind of a weak enough category where there's not people you absolutely have to put in here, and it's like, why not? And
Yeah.
there's a lot
Why
of talk
not
that
her?
if she gets in, there are some people that think if she gets in that she could actually sneak up and win. I think with the recent reviews of Wicked for Good, I think Ariana sealed it. I think if Wicked for Good had come out and fallen a little flat, and like the second act of the musical, the Broadway show had
Still
kind of,
could, but unlikely.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's feeling like they've pulled off Wicked for Good in the sense that Ariana's got it in the bag. But Amy Madigan, so Val, you have her lower on your list. Is she at your number 4 or 5?
She's at number 5. I was not aware of like the buzz around her. That was more wish fulfillment for me.
Yeah.
Because I loved her so much that I was just like, she deserves to be nominated. So yeah, I had her as my number 5.
Ramona, is she on your list?
She's my number 3. I did put her as number 3. I have high hopes that she will get nominated. She was so good in Weapons, terrifying, hilarious. I mean, and Amy Madigan, again, she's been around for so long. She's been in a lot of great stuff. First thing I ever saw her in when I was much younger was Field of Dreams, where she was Kevin Costner's wife in Field of Dreams. And I just loved her character. So the actress kind of has stuck with me. I would love to see her. If she doesn't win, that's fine. But I would love to see her at least get a nomination because horror is so overlooked. You know, when Demi Moore last year when she was nominated for The Substance, I was like, finally, like open the floodgates and let it happen. And then of course she lost to Mikey Madison, which I was also not happy about. But I won't get into that either because then I'll get angry. So, but I do think that Amy Madigan is deserving of a nomination, and I know it's a week. It's a weak year, I think, for supporting actress, and it could be anybody's game here. But I think she's deserves it, and I would love to see her get in there. I would love to see her win. To be honest with you, I would be
That would be
ecstatic.
awesome.
Yeah,
It's funny. I came in here. I came in thinking maybe we would have some friendly debates. Although I didn't really see one in supporting actress to have much of a debate about. As for like Chase Infinity, um,
yeah.
some people might fight that she should be in lead actress, and that would have been fun. But so right now we're 4 for 4. We all have
Yeah,
Ariana
same
Grande,
people.
Tiana Taylor, Amy Madigan, and Elle Fanning in our.
I had
Um,
Elle Fanning in my honorable mention. She was
oh
not on my
wait, like
list.
okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're
So Ramona does not have Elle Fanning.
no.
So Ramona, your top 3 are Ariana, Tiana, and
And
Amy
Amy
Madigan.
Madigan. Mm-hmm.
Who's number 4?
I hope that I do not butcher her name. I apologize if I do.
You must have the same number 4 as me.
Wunmi Masaku from
Yes,
Sinners.
that's my number 4 also.
She's my number 4. I know that people would say Haley Steinfeld might have more of a chance there if they were to get anybody, but to me, she was so good in Sinners. She was the emotional core of that movie. She
Absolutely.
was the one who explained what was happening. She knew what was going on. Her chemistry with Michael B. Jordan was off the charts, more so, I think, than he and Haley.
Yeah.
She was so grounded in that movie. Like every time she's on screen, I was just like, her eyes, couldn't take my eyes off of her. She was brilliant. So if any, I think Michael B. Jordan, different episode, different people, but I think he'll get in there for Sinners. But if any of the other supporting cast got in there, I would absolutely love to see her get in there. Absolutely. So good.
So Val, you had her at number 4 as well?
I also had her at number 4. I haven't really seen much buzz about her actually being
Yeah.
nominated. I just kind of think she deserves it for
Mm-hmm.
such an incredible performance in Sinners. I completely
Mm-hmm.
agree that, like, I think for me, she was more of the standout than Haley Steinfeld, who I still really
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed, but I think that she is such an emotional core in that movie, and
Yeah.
her
Love
performance is
it.
incredibly memorable. So hopefully the Academy remembers her.
Yes.
Because the
I
movie
hope.
did come out a while ago now, and that tends to be like a thing too with the Academy's like, oh, this movie came out in like April,
We
so
forgot
we
all about it.
forgot about it.
Yeah. It's
But
recency bias, I think, with a lot of this stuff. Like the things that come out between
absolutely.
like now and the end of the year, Oscar season. It's the things they
Hmm.
remember. And this came out, what was this, April?
It was like late April.
Yeah. So, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, please, please remember this movie at the end of the
Yeah,
year.
no, I
Yeah.
completely agree.
Yeah.
Sinners is definitely going to get in a lot of places. I don't think she's going to get in. I
Yeah.
do
That's
agree,
my,
by the way. I think there's no contest between her and Haley Steinfeld. really, I think she's much better performance, just much more memorable in that film. And I love Haley Steinfeld. True
Yeah.
Grit, the True Grit remake is one of
She's
my favorite
great.
movies.
Yeah.
But I don't have her at number 4. I thought it was going to be. I have someone else with a hard to pronounce name. That this is sight unseen, just simply based on reactions, based on kind of spreading the love of some movies around. I have Odessa as a Zion for
Yes.
Marty Supreme.
Marty
Um,
Supreme.
Obviously, Timothy Chalamet is getting the rave reviews for that movie, but it feels like a top 5, top 6 best picture movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the supporting actress options in that movie are Gwyneth Paltrow, and Odessa Azion. And she's new. She's a newcomer, so she may not get that love the first time around. And obviously, we need to see the movie, but I just think people are kind of talking about her enough that I kind of feel like she could be one that continues to tick up as people see the movie around Christmas and
Yeah.
kind of get in that race. Obviously, neither of you have her. Did y'all put her in honorable mentions at all?
I didn't. I actually just saw the trailer for Marty Supreme when I went to go rewatch Shelby Oaks last night. And I hadn't seen her before, but seeing her in the trailer, certainly of the two, the time they're showing the trailer, she is certainly giving a better performance in the very limited capacity that I've seen her. So, yeah, I did not have her in my honorable mentions, but
Gotcha. Well, so we've hit on all of our top 5 people, but I do think there is a pretty good list of supporting actress potential that are
Oh, no,
probably
I
unlike
didn't say number 5 yet. My
Oh
number
wait, you
5.
didn't say number 5.
Because
Okay,
the reason I know I didn't is because I have Gwyneth Paltrow for Marty Supreme.
oh, okay.
there you go.
When I was looking, I do want to see Marty Supreme. It'll probably be one of my December movies. But when I was looking at in terms of Odessa and Gwyneth Paltrow, and I could see Odessa because I do see her name a lot more on these prediction websites and everything. But I don't know, Gwyneth Paltrow. This is kind of like she retired from acting so long ago. This is like her, I want to say comeback, but she's her performance has some buzz behind it. I mean, she's got a supporting role, but based on what I know of her character, I think that she would play a cold lover quite well. So I don't know. I kind of went Gwyneth instead, just based on the name recognition and the Academy. She's a former winner. She hasn't. I don't even think she's been nominated since Shakespeare in Love, for which she won.
Wow.
So if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I'm pretty sure that was her only
That's it.
nomination and only win. So
Dang.
I don't know. I feel like that could be like a feel good story that the Academy happens to just love. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I think out of those
that's
two, I think she would get it.
definitely a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard, especially without seeing Marty Supreme, to try and parse out who's who. And Gwyneth Paltrow definitely has the better name recognition, so you could definitely see them saying, "Well, we want to support someone who's more of a veteran, and we'll let
Right.
Odessa get her time, somewhere
Yep.
down the line." Okay, so now we've hit everybody's top 5.
Yes.
And so I want to go down the list of a couple of things that we could also throw in there. Obviously, I already mentioned Inga Ib's daughter Lilius, who a lot of people have had floating around as a possibility with Elle Fanning. I think Elle Fanning. This is a weird pick, but I think Elle Fanning could get in our Screenage Wasteland awards for Predator Badlands.
Oh,
Honestly,
More likely than she would get
probably,
in for
yeah.
sentimental
that
value.
movie looks great.
I'm so excited to see that, and
I've been seeing that trailer since March. I'm like, can we be done with Predator? Because I think I don't know if it got pushed back or what, but I felt like every weekend I was going to the movie for this past year, it's been Predator Badlands. I was like, oh, here we go again.
so
But
I'm
yeah, I can
excited
see her
to
being, yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of, if she gives a performance that would fit the narrative.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy enough to put this in my supporting actress 5, but it's a possibility that I think people aren't talking about at all, and I almost want to put it in my 5 just to blow things up and just look stupid if it's wrong. So one of the best picture 10 movies right now, especially as certain things seem to slip out, like Springsteen is starting to like fall off the best picture radar. Avatar Fire and Ash is probably going to be a best picture film.
Don't see that. Oh, okay.
And you know what the best part of every Avatar movie has been, other than the visual effects?
What?
Zoe Saldana as Neytiri.
No, get out of here. Zoe Saldana ruined, I think, salted earth for how I feel about her with the movie that shall not be named. And
none of us like Emilia Perez. Emilia Perez did not do anything to make me dislike Zoe Saldana.
Kind of did. It kind of did.
I actually thought she gave a good performance in that movie when she wasn't singing.
I don't think agree.
So, the movie is terrible. But I don't think she was so. Anyway, I always thought Zoe Saldana is the best part of Avatar. Like Jake Sully is kind of boring, and Neytiri. Zoe Saldana is always giving a pretty good performance as Neytiri, and Neytiri has a little bit more from the second movie. It's a little more complexity set up for this third movie that she could get into. However, I don't think there's any chance really she gets in unless the script somehow becomes magnificent.
If they weren't going to give Andy Serkis a nomination for Gollum, I do not want to see Zoe Saldana get in there for Avatar. I will be very angry. I will burn the Academy to the ground.
Andy Serkis they should have considered Andy Serkis for Gollum.
Absolutely.
And they should have considered Andy Serkis for Caesar.
Absolutely.
And at some point, they got to start recognizing motion capture performances.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe they should start with Zoe Saldana if she gives a great one.
No. You're just trying to start a fight so we can.
You wanted to get some drama in here before we finish.
Although I should have clocked it when we got in the very beginning about last year's win for Emilia Perez. She just won, so there's no need to sneak her in here for a motion capture performance. So you know what? This fine. We throw that out. Emily Blunt in The Smashing Machine. I think that movie just flopped too hard.
Yeah.
And maybe The Rock gets in Best Actor. She probably needs him to get in for Best Actor to have any shot at getting in Supporting Actress.
And I do love Emily Blunt. I think that she's deserving of a nomination for a lot of other things that she's done, but I don't know about this one.
Val, you've seen all of House of Dynamite. I've seen 1/3 of a House of Dynamite.
Absolutely nobody is getting a nomination for that movie.
Nobody is.
And granted, their performances are good. There are good performances. It's just there's fundamental storytelling issues with that movie that just kind of make it a little unwatchable in some ways. Like maybe that's harsh. I think that it's not enough. The performances are not enough for anyone to walk away from this movie and go, wow, that was great. I'd like to watch it again someday. And I think, because there's so many characters in the movie too, it's like, I think I wrote in my review that like both Mark Harris and Rebecca Ferguson are probably the standouts for me. Maybe also Idris Elba, but they're in because there's so many characters, it's like they're on screen for 15 minutes in a 2-hour movie. So it's like, I don't know. Probably
now,
not.
I will say, I don't think she deserves or is anywhere near the race. But Rebecca Ferguson did do an outstanding job in that first segment.
Yes, absolutely.
Really
that
standing
first
out.
segment is the best part of the movie. Like,
it's
100%.
also always fun. Every time I see Willa Fitzgerald pop up in something,
I love her.
She's
oh
just
my gosh,
great. Not that she's anywhere near supporting because she has even less to do in this first segment.
I would love to see her.
She's very underrated. Love
in
her.
like a leading role for like a horror or something. Like she was in House of Usher and was absolutely phenomenal in that.
She was in Strange Darling.
Strange Darling.
She was really good in that.
I wasn't thinking of Strange Darling, but yeah, Strange Darling. Even though the conclusion I was kind of meh about, I thought she was phenomenal.
Great. House of Usher though, I just watched that this year for the first time, and I was like, she was I wanted to punch her, but she was great.
All the performance.
And then one of my early season hopefuls that has gone by the wayside, apparently, even though maybe she's decent in it, Mia Goth and Frankenstein. Sounds like she's not going to get any real love. So,
she didn't get any love for Pearl and I really think she
Which
should
is
have.
kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah,
that she didn't.
But again,
I think we gave Mia Goth a nomination for Pearl at Screenage Wasteland, which is great. Kudos to us, but we also left Kate Blanchett for Tar out that year
What in the world?
on accident.
Oh.
And I realized after we submitted it, I was like, wait a second.
Wait.
Kate Blanchett is not on our list.
We gotta make some sacrifices to get our horror ladies.
Give her a Lifetime Achievement Award just for Tar.
Right. A makeup award. We're so sorry.
And I'm getting to her way too low on here. I'm getting to her way too low, but Regina Hall is a possibility. Like, there are a lot of people.
I feel like she's like a Judi Dench of that movie. Like she's not in it for very long, but she's very.
The problem that House of Dynamite has is an exacerbated version of the problems that I think Sinners in One Battle have in terms of the ensemble. It's such a good and big ensemble that none of the individual supporting actors, it's hard to determine who should be where. Because, I mean, it's like when you get to supporting actor, we'll have this conversation in a later video, but there's three slots already locked up in supporting actor, basically. So you have 2 slots left. And then you say, okay, well, could it be Delroy Lindo or Miles Catone? If either of them even get in, because there's also like a secondary supporting actor, Benicio del Toro, from One Battle After Another. And you get into really a tight race on, and all of those supporting roles in both Sinners and One Battle After Another are so small versus some of the other movies where they get a little bit meatier supporting performance. I think that plays into this, but really good conversation about supporting actresses. I would be surprised if a whole lot changes, honestly, between now and nominations. It's just a matter of who fills out those last couple of slots. So yeah, and I would love to see Julia Garner in this, if you don't count her as lead actress, but
I could see her as supporting, but I think if it came down between her and Amy Madigan, it's going to be Amy Madigan for sure.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking Garner, if I had she'll get her chance. Do I have any other fun Screenage Wasteland picks and supporting actress that won't get anywhere near? I do have on Awards Expert. You can go and
just scroll.
Do your own like special things that aren't anything. Like, let's see. You can just make your own list. I have one for us, but I don't know how to get to it right now.
Most of my Screenage Wasteland award nominations never make it because all mine are like girly movies and horror films that other people don't want to nominate. So whatever.
Well, I think it works. I think it balances things out. I think you ladies are important to the Screenage Wasteland vote to offset some of our fellows
insanity.
who don't see certain things. And I'm really happy that our first 2 episodes of the Pole Position podcast smashed the Bechdel test. So
there we go.
Yep.
Well, I think next 2 episodes will be Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor.
I'm excited
for those. I'll be joined by Raph and Brian again. So looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll have time to get into Screenage Wasteland awards on here as well on the channel and talk about those. Just for our group of people. But thank you for joining us, and catch us in our next week, and hopefully we'll be running all through November and December. Yeah. Thanks so much for joining.